It is Tuesday, May 3rd in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
And we are back with another edition of our MLB Best Bets. We got one NRFI, of course. We got one money line, and then we got one more. Actually, we got two money lines today.
As always, hit that subscribe button. We really can't grow this channel without you guys. We're trying to get to 33,000. Austin, I don't know if you want to spoil what we have in mind, but when we get to 33,000, we'll be a third of our way to our mega goal of 100,000 subs. And, that would really reflect how crazy this growth's been.
100%. We're going to do a big parlay giveaway at that milestone. So definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new. Click that like button too. And then let's do a recap of yesterday in an unfortunate day. Our 8 straight winning streak comes to an 8-day winning streak comes to an end. We had an 0-2-1 day. The Marlins money line, they teased us. They scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Couldn't get us another one to tie. Even had runners on first and second in the bottom of the 9th. Couldn't get it done. Started with the Marlins versus Diamondbacks NRFI. We took the NRFI, of course. They hit a home run, and then Nico Goodrum was a tie. It was a void. He did not start. Can't blame the Astros for not starting him after how bad he's been. But either way, we're going to get back. We're going to start a new winning streak today. Hopefully, we've been helping you guys make some money. As always, bankroll manage. No reason to put a ton on each bet, especially not a juice NRFI. We're not taking a juice NRFI again. You can book that. Now, shout out to our COS All-Stars. We appreciate you guys all for supporting the channel. If you want to support us, hit the join button on the channel or the link in the description. I know sometimes it's finicky. It doesn't really like to work if you're on your browser app on your phone, but if you're on the YouTube app on your phone or on your desktop, it should work. Or click the join button on the channel. Our newest All-Star, we got Kevin joining the community. We appreciate you guys. You guys are the real MVPs. But Logan, let's start our new win streak, and I'm going to throw it to you for first bet of the day, and let's get this show going.
Yeah, you know what? My last 2 picks have been complete L's, but also they've hurt my heart too much because each of the teams I picked lost by 1 but had chances in the bottom of the 9th. So I'm tired of that. I'm going to a first 5 pick. I'm switching it up, and I'm going in the Twins versus Orioles. I'm taking the Twins run line in the first 5 innings, -0.5. So the difference, again, I'll explain this, for anybody that's new to betting baseball. There's a first 5 money line and there's a first 5 run line. If you pick the first 5 money line, they can tie like they did yesterday. They can tie and you still get your money back. But I'm not, I don't need the security of the tie. I believe in the Twins to cover this one after 5. So Orioles covered this yesterday. They were tied after 5. They needed the half point. They took it. But today we've got Joe Ryan on the mound. Joe Ryan, probably the best pitcher the Twins have. One of my favorite pitchers in the league, actually. 0, 0, and 1 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. Coming in with a 1.17 ERA. He's been really solid. He hasn't had a game with a whip above a 1, showing a tremendous control, just being able to do whatever he wants, to the batters. Baltimore also only batting .222 versus right-handed pitchers. And, Joe Ryan is a righty. So I feel pretty good about that. Baltimore's offense also, they're not exactly lighting the world on fire. 28th in runs per game, 30th in strikeouts. Joe Ryan, 9 Ks in his most recent start. He has shown the ability to be able to strike out batters, at a high clip. And Baltimore being dead last in the majors in terms of strikeouts per game, that's music to my ears, especially in the first 5 when it's just the starting pitchers versus starting pitcher. Now, who's on the other side of the dugout, I guess? Zimmerman. And Zimmerman's a left-handed pitcher. 0, 2, and 0 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. Zimmerman has had a really good start of the year. I can't even lie. Hats off to him. But in 2021, with a full extended season, 5.04 ERA. So it was up there. He definitely, batters definitely, got what they wanted versus him at some times. And Zimmerman also in his most recent start. You know how I always say earned runs doesn't tell the full story. 1.4 whip in his most recent start. Anything flirting in that 1.5, the 1.5 whip territory is borderline showing, maybe the game could have got away from them. Maybe their control was starting to, lessen. So I definitely think Minnesota is going to have lots of chances. They're also batting .234 versus left-handed pitchers. I know that's not, tremendous, but they are batting better versus lefties than righties. I believe in the Twins. Look, I'm pretty sure like their whole top half of the order yesterday did end up with a hit. So I think, in this first 5 matchup, Joe Ryan versus Zimmerman, I'll take Ryan and I'll take the Twins bats to get us that 1-run lead that we need after 5. I believe in them. We're going to get back on track. Now, Austin, This pick is so predictable for you, but you have to give it to the people anyway.
Of course, it is predictable because the people know. I teased it on Twitter. I said, "Oh, look at who lost yesterday." And so, of course, today I'm going with the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm taking their money line -130 on DraftKings, taking on the Yankees. And this is the bounce back Blue Jays. And honestly, I don't think I need to say any more. So, Logan, it is Nerfy Nation time. Let's get into now. Of course, we'll dive into this pick a little bit more. Now, people are like, bounce back Blue Jays. Austin, what do you mean? And I have to make a side note. Yes, I am on the road again where the COS World Tour continues. We are in Mount Airy, North Carolina. But Blue Jays bounce back. Why? 8-0 after a loss. They have not lost back-to-back games all season long. We know this because we've been riding them the last like 3 or 4 times that they've lost, and they keep at the next game, and then we take them and they win, and they've been absolutely dominant, making us a lot of money. We're only getting -130 today, even better. Now, we got Manoah on the mound for the Blue Jays versus Tyone. Love this matchup because Manoah is the best pitcher the Blue Jays have to offer. He's 4-0 on the season. Just in terms of his record, it's not even just the Blue Jays have won all 4 of his starts. He actually has a win to his name, 1.44 ERA. Like I said, he's their best pitcher they got. That included his first start this season. It was at Yankee Stadium. He went 6 innings pitched, allowed 1 hit, 0 earned runs, 7 Ks, and the Blue Jays obviously won that game. He has pitched against them 3 times this year. Now, or not this year, but since 2021, he's pitched against them 3 times. All 3 were wins for the Blue Jays. They won 3-0, 6-3, and 2-0. So really showing good control against the Yankees lineup that really hasn't changed much over the last year or two. Tyone, we look at him on the Yankee side of the mound. He's 1-1 this year with a 3.26 ERA. So he honestly has been pretty solid compared to last year. He's been, he's not necessarily going to light the world on fire, not going to go Dallas Keuchel mode, but he is pitching pretty well for him. And his one loss on the year, coincidentally, came against Manoah exactly and the Blue Jays in the first start of the season. He allowed 2 earned runs in that one. We also look at his record against the Blue Jays, losing 3 of his 4 starts against them. And the one win, technically it's a win for the Yankees, but it was a game he only pitched 2.1 innings. I don't know if he got injured or something in that game, but they did win that one. So either way, we're going with the bounce back Blue Jays. You know what we call them, BBBJ. They're the bounce back Blue Jays for a reason. We're taking them -130 on DraftKings. Now officially, Logan, it is time for Nerfy Nation, the best time of the channel. We are waving the flags. Now, yesterday, flags were at half staff because the Nerfy was ended right in the top of the inning with a 2-run shot. Today, we're getting back after it with the spicy one. We're no longer taking a juice Nerfy, like I said. We're going Pirates, Tigers, and we're taking the no-run first inning. You can take the under 0.5 runs if that's what you're taking. Now, it's -110 on a FanDuel, so not juice. Now, let's talk about the Pirates side of the mound. We got Bryce Wilson, 4.7 ERA. When you look at these 2 pitchers, you're like, ooh, this is a Yerfy. No, we don't really like it. We like to pick sometimes against the offenses more so than the pitchers. We obviously aren't going to put a pitcher that has a 12 ERA up there. But still, you look at he's going to be pitching against the Tigers, 29th in runs. And look, they're 24th in first inning runs. Not a team that's been putting up a lot of runs. Also have to think about when we look at taking a team like, let's say the Marlins, for example. This is a team that if Jazz Chisholm gets on base, they're just going to send him stealing for the first time. So he could end up actually with a quote-unquote double on second as their leadoff batter. Detroit, 3 stolen bases on the year, not a team that's going to be stealing. I think that's last in the major. So it's good to see a team that might get on base but not going to steal it and get in a runner in scoring position. So I like that side of the mound. What about the other side, Logan?
Great insight for the steal. But the other side should be Pineda, 3.6 ERA on the year. Like I said, like Austin said, these aren't 2 aces by any stretch of the imagination, but Pineda pitches to a lot of contact. And when in the first inning, I don't mind a little contact, a little friendly ground ball here or there. Pineda, 0 first inning runs in his last 2 starts as well. Hello, Nerfy Nation. Pineda seems to be an ally so far. Pittsburgh, 21st in first inning runs also. Their offense doesn't necessarily scare me. Top half of the Pittsburgh order is manageable. The only one that really, really scares me, and I'll call him out, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Ke'Bryan Hayes doesn't homer or get a cheeky double on us. I feel pretty decent about this one, Austin. It's not the sexiest Nerfy we've ever picked by any stretch, but it's a good one nonetheless. Other ones I considered, I was considering the Royals versus Cardinals one. That game had a Yerfy yesterday, but it was a home run. Home runs are a little fluky. I think that one's due for a no-run first inning today. And I know the one that everybody's going to be yelling, why didn't you guys pick the Rodon versus Urias matchup, in Dodgers versus Giants? Well, you know what, guys? That one's a little too obvious. And there's a lot of power hitters at each of the top of the lineups. If that one ended in a home run, it wouldn't even phase Austin and I because we watched a whole year of Nerfies last year. So that's what we're rolling with today, Nerfy Nation. Hope we can cash.
Yeah, 100% to that Giants Dodgers one. We're going to stay away from that one. It was minus 130 on FanDuel, but minus 150 or worse on every other book. Whereas this Pirates Tigers one, which we're rolling with, it's like minus 110 on every book. So pretty good value that we're getting it. It is on Prize Picks. Also, another added note, Pirates don't steal a lot of bases either. They're like 17th in stolen bases. So good to see
Yeah.
that. That's what we're rolling with Nerfy Nation. We also have Blue Jays money line. And of course, we're going Twins run line. First five is minus 0.5. Let's get back onto the winning track. Let's go for at least a 2-1. I want a 3-0 sweep. That's what we're going with. We're flying these flags. We appreciate you guys as always for tuning in. It's been Austin. It's been Logan. We'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Peace out.